Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a community update for October 13th, so let's get into it. Alrighty, okay, well, first of all, I can't have that sitting on the screen. Alright, so first of all, for the first time in 7 months, so basically since I started making raid content, I didn't stream and didn't do a video for 2 consecutive days, so I apologize for that. It was just, I needed to take a step away for 2 days, get out of the house, do something social, and kind of recalibrate. So that's why I've kind of been, AFK for 2 days and not super active in the community or working on videos or streaming. It was just that one time, every once in a while where I need to kind of step away, recalibrate. So I am back and should be back to grinding this week, making guides, streaming, and doing all of that. So what we have going on right now in the community is a fusion. So we pull up the fusion tab. We've got Alika, who is an epic from the Barbarians, and we can see the news post about it here. Alika available for fusion, and then it'll walk you through kind of these steps to get her. So in order to get the Alika character for the Barbarians, there are 2 of the requirements for the fusion available pretty quickly in the Champion Chase tournament, so that's good. And then the other 2 are going to be in the event, this Champion Training event. You're going to need to get, down here to get the Perforator. So definitely realistic and doable for free-to-play players or, players who invest very little to go after the Alika character, which is good. The fusion itself is pretty easy. So next I'm going to go over Alika and let you know if it's a fusion I would recommend kind of chasing after and if it's worth participating in it or not. So an A1, 30% chance of placing an extra hit, always critical. Okay, that's all right. Attack one enemy, ignore 50% of the target's defense if they're max HP. I mean, on a 2-turn cooldown, that's not bad. That'll do a decent amount of damage. Again, we don't know the multiplier, but okay for an A2 on a short cooldown. Then we have an AoE on a 5-turn cooldown with a 35% chance of increasing the cooldowns of all enemy skills by 1 turn. That's not bad. That's okay. It is on a 5-turn cooldown, so kind of huge. And then if you pair her with her sister Sakara, she's going to revive to 75% HP when dead. So the thing that kills me about Alika is we see 7 books, 6 books, 7 books, 20 epic skill books. So that's what really gets me about if this fusion is worth it or not. I will probably do the fusion just because I'm kind of an endgame player, so it'll be decently easy for me to complete. And she is one of the very few epics in the game that I don't already have, so I will go for it just, as a completionist mentality, just to have her and throw her in the vault. I may use her in Faction Wars. I may use her plus Sakara. I do think Sakara is slightly better than Alika. I may play around with something of using them both in Faction Wars paired up with like Valkyrie and Jotun or something, or Yotun, however you say it. You guys always yell at me down in the comments for mispronouncing things, but yeah, Yotun or whatever. I may mess around with that type of a Faction Wars team, but in general, I wouldn't kill yourself going for the fusion because I don't think she's that great of a character to justify 20 epic skill books, because she's not really usable anywhere in the game other than maybe as a decent dungeon farmer and Faction Wars. Not going to really be impactful in like the arena or the clan boss or anything. All right. And then in terms of the event in general, the Champion Chase event, I do think the first 1,500 points is decent value. We get the 50 gems, a couple, champions to go for the fusion pretty quickly, and then a 5-star chicken is always good. That's always pretty good value. After that, we need 1,500 more points just to get 1 epic book, and then 1,500 more to get 1 book, and then 2,500 more to get 1 sacred. I don't know if it's really worth it to go past 1,500. The nice thing is, it looks like they're going to be starting to kick around the idea of giving away full sets up here at the top positions. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4. The top 4 are going to be getting a full Relentless set. That is a great change. Relentless set is so hard to get that very few people are able to kind of dive in and gear out a bunch of characters and test it. It's nice that they're going to start giving away full sets and then kind of tapering back the rarity after that. So I do agree with that. And the rewards are at least taking a step in the right direction on these events. If you can remember, it used to be like 10 gems, 20 gems, and then, you know, 1 book, 1 shard, and then like 2 pieces of Relentless Gear. So at least that part of it is going in the right direction. And, you know, but if you're asking, what do I think about the event? Later on stream, I'll try to kind of decide how far I'm going to take it in the event. I will probably go for the 1500 just as an excuse to summon some champions and get a 5-star chicken with 50 gems out of it, and then maybe complete the fusion. But yeah, going past that might not be super worth it. Then we also have the event. And, you know, this event is decent. It's going to be, you know, a 5 or 6 day event. You can see there's, you know, 4.5 days left. So I may try to complete this just to get the Void and the Legendary Tome, because it's always good to level up your champions anyway. We need such a diverse pool of people for faction wars and stuff, so it's never a bad idea to go through the process of upgrading champions, and then to get that, you know, payout at the end might make it worth grinding a little bit, and also getting the fusion piece. I should be able to do that today. So yeah, all in all, the event's okay. I like how they're giving enough time to complete it, and I would at least again go for the 4-star chicken. It's pretty doable to get that far, even for like a free-to-play player if you're pretty active. If you're a mid-game to end-game player, it's difficult but realistic to get to your Legendary Tome, but you'll definitely have to be grinding a bit and probably spending a little bit of money on some energy refills and stuff. So admittedly, you know, it could be really tough, and I wouldn't like prioritize it, but it's never a bad idea to level up your champions and go for free rewards when they're out there for doing so. It's kind of my take on that. And then, oh, we gotta refresh this. Okay, nothing really super worth checking. All right, now I want to cover some of the offers that they've been kind of, you know, gravitating towards in the game. So the first one that pops up here, the 6-star artifact pack, I generally recommend against these offers. Like if this were 500 gems instead of 450,000 silver, I wouldn't be as against it, but honestly I'd still probably be against it. The Div O set isn't that great. I mean, it's okay obviously, but it's not like a divine speed or something. So $40 for 6 pieces that could roll garbage, and then really not a whole lot of guaranteed value in terms, like if this were 500 gems, I would say at least you get to gamble the gear, and then you get the guaranteed, you know, 3 energy refills and 500 gems. So at least you're not just out, but I don't think that's enough guaranteed value to justify the gamble. And then, so this is the big offer. This is kind of the event offer that they're going to be kind of sending out, and I went ahead and plugged it into my offer calculator here. It grades out as a 1.48, which is decent. It's the high end of decent. I don't typically like to buy things unless they slide into, you know, the good. We could see here I'd be willing to buy this for like 96, so it's close. But given the fact that shards aren't buffed right now, that's something I do want to cover when going over the event. I wish they would have buffed ancient shards just a little bit. I'm not saying double them. I understand that Plarium can't always double their shards, but you know, for this event and to get people to spend this money on these shards for an event, just maybe bump this up to like 12% epic and 0.75 legendary. Just bump it up a little bit. Just buff them a little bit to really give us the motivation to dive into this champion training tournament and or champion chase tournament, I meant. So given the fact that the shards aren't buffed, I had to leave them at normal value. So the $100 offer here is probably something I'm going to stay away from. Later on when I'm streaming later on tonight, I'll take a look and kind of see if I want to spend any money on some shards. But this offer in specific, I would make it 40 shards, 4 million silver, and 3,500 gems. I think that would bring it up into that good area where I would feel good recommending somebody buy it. In its current setup, it's kind of outside of what I would recommend. And I may save my gaming budget and kind of hope for a better offer down the line here in the next week or two. The rank 5 chicken pack. If you watch me consistently, you kind of know my take on these. I think the chicken packs like this are much better for newer players, because if you're looking for like that first and second 6-star champion, this offer can be very good. Like if I were creating a brand new account and I was looking to spend money, this would be one of my favorite offers to go after, because I could just boom, snap my fingers, get that 6-star, you know, really quickly, and I'd be off and running. And I'd be way ahead of how I started as a new player. So, but for a player like me that's in the end game, for somebody who's mid-game, end game, these offers kind of taper off in value. They're more geared towards newer players. And then the Conqueror Pack. This is an offer that they've really been trying to push out daily. I think they're trying to, you know, get people to purchase this on a consistent basis because, I mean, it is a good offer. It's got a gambling element to it with the shard. It's got the guaranteed value of the XP, the chicken, and the energy refills plus arena tokens. So you're getting a good umbrella of consistent value with the food, the XP, the energy, and the arena points. And also the clan boss key makes it a little bit easier for you and your clan to kill that boss that you're working on. So I'm not against this offer. I think it's a pretty good offer. When I do plug it into the calculator, let's do it just for fun. Because I forget exactly what it came out to, but I think it came out as pretty good. I don't want to be talking out of my backside here. I want to be accurate in what I'm saying. Energy. 3 energy refills is let's just for me, that's 390 energy. Gems is 0. XP 1 day. Brews 10. And 1 ancient shard. Clan boss key I don't have on there. 4-star chicken I do. Clan boss key would be impossible to give value to because it depends on what boss you're fighting. Did I get everything? 3. Oh, arena tokens. Arena refills 3. Yeah, so we can see this grades out to something I would say is worth like $6, and they're only charging $5 for it. So it does grade out as an excellent offer, and that's not even including the clan boss key. So yeah, it is a good offer, and I'm glad they're kind of throwing it out there as something available to the community. If you have a day off, or if you have a weekend where you got some time to grind some raid, you could buy yourself 1 or 2 of these and kind of get after it for a little bit. So I'm okay with this, and I think it's a pretty solid offer, you know, all encompassing. So yeah, that kind of covers everything I wanted to talk about in terms of where I've been the last couple days and why I was a little bit AFK, and the fusion and the tournament and the event and the offers coming out. So, you know, as always, if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. So yeah, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Peace.